Welcome to the Secrets Masterclass. In this lesson, we begin creating the soft angel design, starting with the base coat and the dreamy watercolor background. Everything you need for this masterclass is listed in the description: the printable outline, the full step-by-step notes, the exact materials I'm using, and the links to the brushes and paints if you'd like to try the same ones. You can transfer it onto your shirt using carbon paper or sketch it lightly by hand, whichever feels more comfortable. Once the outline is in place, we are ready to build the foundation of our angel. Let's begin with a light, even base coat. We begin by applying the base coat, the very first layer of paint. This step is fundamental. The quality of this base layer will decide how the entire illustration looks and feels on fabric. Try to cover the shape evenly without leaving gaps and work in smooth up and down strokes. One thing to keep in mind is not crossing the boundaries of your outline. If you accidentally paint an area and you don't intend to color later, removing that first layer becomes very difficult from textiles. For smaller parts of the illustration, switch to a smaller round brush. I'm using a number 5, which makes it easier to paint the arm, the face, and later the wing details. You'll notice I'm coloring the wings, the dress, and the arm all in white, but I leave a very thin line between the shapes. That tiny separation helps keep the structure, so later we won't waste time guessing where one part ends and another begins. As I continue filling the wings, I like to treat the front and back feathers separately. Doing this mindfully at the base coat stage makes later detailing much easier. You can always see when a base layer was applied carefully stroke by stroke versus when it was simply filled in. Now moving to the hair mix. Once the color is ready, I apply it directly to the hair area. Even though we're mixing black, yellow, and red, try not to blend everything perfectly on the palette. Slight variations create natural darker and lighter shades. I also mix in a touch of white into that same palette to create a very soft, pale shade for the skin. Just make sure that the arm is completely dry before applying the beige skin tone. And if you want the skin a bit warmer, you can mix in a little yellow. White paint sometimes cools down the mix. Now that our base coat is ready, let's create the soft, misty background around the angel using a wet acrylic technique. I'm using hog hair brush to gently spread clean water around the character. If my hand goes off screen, it simply means I'm dipping the brush back into the water cup. Make sure you use fresh water for this step, especially if you've already colored the angel. This background layer needs to stay completely clean and transparent. Once the fabric is slightly damp, we can apply the purple mix. Your paint should be diluted enough to flow, but still have a bit of a body. I've switched to a round brush with pointed tip. This helps me to reach small areas around the wings and head. You'll notice I don't place paint everywhere at once. I let the pigment spread naturally, adding more saturated color only where I want deeper shadows. Here I'm applying a slightly lighter shade. I added a bit of white to the mix, because I prefer the background near the wings and head to stay soft and airy, while the area near the dress can be a little deeper. Pay attention to how lightly I press the brush. Most of the time, I'm working only with the very tip of it. I press the paint down almost like in a dotting technique, then immediately rinse the brush and come back with clean water to soften that spot if needed. Wet acrylic on damp fabric is a bit of an advanced technique. It takes practice to understand the right water to paint ratio. You'll learn how the pigment behaves, whether a bright spot needs softening right away, or if it's better to leave it alone and let it bloom naturally as it dries. So don't rush to add more paint and don't be afraid of what you see in the moment. Wet acrylics lightens dramatically as it dries, and those intense spots often settle into beautiful, gentle transitions. As a final step, I return to the damp hog-hair brush and softly help all these painted areas blend into one another. Nothing harsh, just encouraging a smooth, misty atmosphere. Next, we add a very soft outline. This won't be the final one, it's more like a gentle shadow to give the illustration some contrast. Don't worry if it's not perfect. We're still working on damp fabric, so the lines will spread slightly, and that's exactly what we want. This diffused outline creates texture and prevents the character from looking too sharp against the misty background. You'll see me adding a bit of diluted black to deepen the background in some places. Because the fabric is still damp, these strokes will spread softly. But a small warning here too. Black is powerful. Even when diluted, it can easily overpower the softness we created, so use it sparingly and avoid overworking. These final strokes complete our atmospheric background and soft outline. In the next lesson, we'll begin adding sparkle, the head wreath, and lettering. See you there!